Welcome back. 7:49 now on Daybreak, and a St. Bonaventure alumnus has landed on the New York Times bestsellers list. Sports writer Mike Vaccaro is making waves with his new book. I happen to have it right here. It's The Bosses of the Bronx, and it is a book which tells the story of the late, great George Steinbrenner and his tumultuous days as owner of the Yankees. But it also opens the book on an unknown story of Steinbrenner's Buffalo days. Our Pete Gallivan has the story.
He was one of the most colorful and controversial figures in New York Yankee history.
Face and voice of the team, no matter what, for better or for worse. And of course, that was a dream come true for sports writers who got back page after back page out of him for many years.
The Bosses of the Bronx details the drama that defined the Steinbrenner ownership of the New York Yankees, but also gives a little insight into what built the man behind the pinstripes. And part of that past was here in the Queen City.
You know, he's a Cleveland guy, and I think he felt very comfortable in Buffalo. I think Buffalo and Cleveland share a lot of the same traits, the same characteristics. The citizens are very similar.
For a guy who wasn't a Buffalo guy, he was a Buffalo guy.
Local historian and journalist Steve Cichon has done some extensive research into Steinbrenner's time in Buffalo.
I love the people of Buffalo, love the city of Buffalo. His family was involved in Great Lakes shippings for generations.
Time that began with a little bit of trouble.
One of the great maritime disasters in Buffalo's history was when the Tewksbury took out the Michigan Avenue Bridge.
A 1959 storm caused one of their ships, the SS Michael Tewksbury, to break loose from its moorings and drift unmanned down the Buffalo River, destroying the Michigan Avenue Bridge and flooding much of the old First Ward.
Young George was sent here by the family to kind of take care of some of the after effects of their ship wiping out a major bridge in the city of Buffalo.
Young George took a liking to Buffalo. While here for the lengthy legal proceedings that followed the Tewksbury incident, he learned about the nightlife and the sports scene. Ultimately, he befriended a couple of local restaurateurs, Max Margulis and Jimmy Naples, and they opened a place in this now nondescript building on Delaware Avenue, just up from the Statler.
And he did that a lot, a couple of different places through the years in Buffalo. But eventually, some of the guys who owned some of the other bars and him ended up buying this place, which was the Round Table, which was one of the most swank supper clubs, steakhouses in the city of Buffalo, where the really fancy people went to go have a meal.
The Round Table played host to Buffalo's elite athletes like Jack Kemp and O.J. Simpson, politicians, and even underbosses from Buffalo's then powerful mafia family. It was in that dining room that he first told of his next big business move, one that would secure his spot in baseball history.
The notion was that a couple of days before he shocked the world by putting together that Yankee ownership group, he was kind of sharing that with the regulars at the Round Table. So if there was one place that wasn't shocked by the news that on January 3rd, 1973, that George had helped buy the Yankees, it was some of his friends in Buffalo.
George Steinbrenner had a great love for Buffalo and an appreciation for who we truly are.